Let there be light, and there was light. Words of the said God, Mother Eve. So we are talking about understanding the gods, understanding the characteristics of the gods and their positions within us, through us, around us, and really knowing how to make man in our image after our likeness. We've got to love ourselves enough that we would want to replicate or enhance that which we are, or to allow ourselves enough potential to feel good about what we are creating man in our image after our likeness. So for those who have created Sophia, for instance, the robot, or artificial intelligence woman, they are feeling good with themselves. They are feeling that, they are ready to change the world. And we have a responsibility to understand that we have been given the gift, just like they have been given the gift, to use in that whatever way they choose to, which now I'm understanding that we have the two polarities, or when we say the two polarities, it's looking at the whole, but two ends of the same spectrum, or two ends of the same cycle. And I don't know if you've just watched my video where I've showed the presentation where I've just showed that the gods are actually, now just to show you again, so the gods are positioned in a certain way that they mirror each other. That's it. They've been mirroring each other here. We see 2 and 2 here. We see 7 and 7 here. And 6 and 6. And 4 plus 4. It's as if they've been, they're in the army, or they are they are in a certain position, and they are being mirrored. They have replicated themselves. And we can see with 9, which is the number of birth in newness, which is the number of harmony, which is the number of fellowship and agreement and marriage and so on, or unity. That number is being replicated here. Now, there are two ways of looking at that. It's that this 2 could be that, which, because it has the numerical value of 3 as well. 3 is also 2. So it consolidates all of this here, because when we add this together, this is 10 plus 9 is 19. 1 plus 9 is 10. So let's look at them. Let's do the math. For instance, let's do the math. I wish I had a bigger board. I'm going to send this into the universe to help me find ways of doing the presentations that I can effortlessly illustrate the points that I want to do here. Whether it means having a bigger board, or whether it means being able to articulate the points in a concise way that makes sense, or makes better sense. Okay, so these are the gods, in case you are just new to this or following me now. These are the gods. The gods of Genesis, they come in 2 sets, like the 9, which the 9 gods, I have said, they have left their logos on us. The 9 circles, external circles of our makeup, our eyes, our nostrils, our mouths, our ears, our navel, our nipples, and so on. And they are, did I count? That's interesting. I don't think I did. Well, no. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I didn't, these are circles, open circles. So the open circles, they have left with us, and 2 down below. And here, so we have, of course, so these are the 9 circles. There is another circle that is in a circle on the feminine, with the feminine. So we could still call this 9 circles here. Now, with this, so these are the gods. And then we have in Genesis of chapter 2, we have these 5 gods here, which coincide with all what 5 means as well. The 5 senses, the 5, 5 as in Christ, 5 as in Eve, 5 as in, well, lots of 5s. And yeah, so let's just bear with me on this one. So here we have done the numerical value of, just as we've done here with this 5 gods here. And so we have 6, 2, 4, 6, 6 for these gods. So they don't quite follow this pattern here. We have, instead of it being like 2, 2 or 2, 7, 6, 4, we have a different position here, but we also end up with the 3 6s here. Could these 3 6s here have something to do with what is termed the mark of the beast? In here, where it would be that 5 would play a part here, and 9 and 9. So we have 2 9s here. So of course we have, in fact, we have 3 sets of 24. So we have 3 6s in the same format of 24, 24, 24. Now 24, we need to remember, is the numerical value where Mother Eve says, "Let there be light," and there was light. Now I am believing that the other 8, the other 7, put it this way, the other 7 lettings of Mother Eve, where she says, "Let there be light," and there was light, that was the first one. "Let there be a firmament in the heavens," and that was the second one. And "Let there be a division," let there be the firmament to divide the waters, or "Let the waters divide the waters from the waters that was above the firmament," and so on. So these are, and going on to that, I'm believing that these lettings are reflected here as well, but I can't tell you exactly how yet and how they play out in all makeup right now. But what I do know from the last letting, like the letter, like the contract, we are now, you could say, given the contract through the 14 gods now. We are given the contract to make man in our image, after our likeness. Let us use the hour. I believe the word hour is key, because the hour, like 24 hours, we could say, we have 3 of these 24 hours, which would be 3 4 12, that would be 72. I'm counting 72 hours to make man, but 7 plus 2 is 9. So that would mean that 9, of course, is to birth newness. We could see it like that. But when we add all these together, of course, as I say, adding these together, the numerical value, it gives us 24, of course, which is 6. We also have 1, 2, 3 here, 123, whether we wanted to call it hours, but it gives us 6, which takes us to the first block. That takes us to the first segment of the sacrifice template. 1, 2, 3. So this is one segment of the template, The other one is 24, which is the ice. This is where it's cold. Something is being conveyed here. In this, as we can see, we are dealing with 369, and we are dealing with 369, 369. So basically, according to Mother Eve, the last time or the place we were at or we've been at is here. We've been here. Here is the developmental stage, and we are also on this free vibration, which has also a 9 value here. So this 4, looking at 4, which reminds me of that first letter of Mother Eve when she says, "Let there be light," and there was light. So we had 4 L's right here. We had 4 L's. Okay. So 3 4s are 12. We could see that it coincides here. Okay. So we want to understand how this is playing out in our lives right now. When we add this numerical vibration or numerical value here of the gods, the 5 gods, we have 38. 3 plus 8 is 11. 11, of course, we can see it takes us into this middle spectrum when we add 5 plus 6, because we have 6 here. So we have the 15, or we could say 5 plus 6 here. That gives us 11. This here is where it is said when you are in Christ, you are a new creature. And this has the numerical value of Christ, 5. So 11 is here, or Jesus is here. The word Jesus is here. The word Christ is here. The word Eve is here. The word pyramid is here. The word key is here. The word, I think Jew might be 5 as well. There was something I did find. But the word lock is here. Anchor is here. This is in the middle. You're safe here. Although you have the key there, it is, you are in the vault. You have the key to open, to get to the bridge, to really activate your third eye right here. And that's where the answer is. The answer to any of the questions that we are looking, once we are looking, paying attention to how the gods are operating through us, using the chakras, because it's 14 gods. Of course, we could see, as everything has parallels, we could see we have the 7 main chakras that we are working with. And like we know that some people activate their chakras and they're not quite ready, or does not do it in a orderly way of cleansing or nurturing themselves or preparing for it, so they experience a very adverse effect or process, we could say, to that activation. So there are 2 sides to each chakra, we could say, or the gods are portraying the chakras in this sense. Okay, so so this is why I'm saying it is important again that we get to understand the gods. And looking at this here, I'm just trying to make sense of this 9, well, the gods here. We have 1, 2, 3. Of course, we have seen there that equals 6. The 24 also equals 6, which coincides with the template, the sacrifice template. We have added this here, which adds to 40, which also has a numerical value of 4. As we have seen, that 4 is the position that we are in right now. According to Mother Eve, we are in this 4, a developmental stage to creating man in our image after our likeness. Here we have the double 4, and I'm not, it could mean that we are mirroring, or we have the two aspects to mirror. Perhaps that is the message here as well, telling us that in these gods is a mirror that we can reflect in our creating or creation. So that is one aspect here as well. What I see as well is that the vibration of these gods are here already, apart from 9. 9 again, as I say, is that which projects out, but we have 5, 7, 8. We have 5, 7, 8. These are reflected here. So 3 are reflected here. Basically, we see the gods are reflected here perfectly in 2, 5, 7, 2, 5, 6, and 7, and we have 7, 1, 5, and 8. So that's really something for I'm going to meditate or ask the gods to really reveal what this means to us. Although we can say or see for now that it means it's like a carbon copy of creation is happening here, because creation is really reaction as well. So this is what we are called to do, and let us pay attention to what it is we are meant to be doing. So yes, so do join me again when I look at I'm going to look at the template to help us understand the letters of the gods at a more profound and deeper level. I am hoping that we can get some answers, because some of these letters on here, we were not allowed to touch them on this template. And now it would be interesting to see how the names of the gods reflect in that which we were not meant to look at or touch. Well, we could look, but not touch. And there were actually 11 letters. So that's another thing. So these 11 letters, because we are here, perhaps once we are there, we've already inadvertently consolidated this aspect of our makeup, which is the face, meaning it's like we could say it's a face, really. So the fox, the gypsy, the headquarters zone, and the inland revenue, once we are in a new way or new dimension or new thing, it automatically carries with it new spectrums or new dimensions or new a new specification of what we are meant to do. So basically, that means the new also has got this part in it already. Okay, so do join me when we really look at this at a deeper level, a closer examination. With the help of the gods, we will find answers. Okay, let there be light, and there was light. Words of the said Godmother Eve. Thank you for watching. Do like, do subscribe, do share. Thank you.